Kia ora, everybody. Welcome to the Unable Seaman podcast, the podcast that takes a light-hearted look at all things boating and fishing in New Zealand. I'm your host, Jake Kerr, and joining me once again is my first mate, best mate, Christian Jensen. G'day, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm doing okay. And my dad will be proud. What did we just talk about before? We're doing it for tradition.
Yeah, that terrible Danish drink that you keep suffering through. You said it would be good as paint stripper, and yet you're still drinking it. Look, you've had to get a tissue. It's made your nose run.
Yep. They say that once I can enjoy it, I'm a real man.
Yeah, well, you keep waiting, you keep punishing yourself. I'm enjoying a lovely red here from Hawke's Bay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm just using it as like mouthwash, basically. Isn't that what the Danes use it for?
you
Sorry,
may
Dad.
wash
Sorry,
your
Dad.
outboard with it.
Yeah. Wash the outboard with it. Hey, I've got a question for you. How long has it been since we had our last
I
podcast?
was just about to address that. Now, I looked up the last podcast, and we last uploaded on the 8th of the 11th, 2024. So 8th of November last year.
Shit.
We're recording this on the 14th of September, 2025. So
Is it 10 months?
yeah,
Basically.
great information. In our defense, and for listeners at home, you should know that we actually did try and do a podcast with Flynn Jack in about March or something,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
we
Yeah.
got about 60% of a podcast done, and then his internet dropped out, and it was a bit of a shit show, to be honest. I thought about potentially salvaging what I could, but it sort of cut all the juicy bits, so I just thought, whatever.
Yeah,
So
we got to have a good catch up with him. We found out that his internet, wherever he was in the world at that time, was pretty average. And yeah.
yeah, and it was a shame because we'd just been out fishing with him. We had lots to talk about, an amazing trip. If you want to watch the video, there's a video on Unable Seaman of that day. It was an incredible day, and we had two huntsman boats side by side, the hard top and the soft top, and great day out with Flynn Jack. He was amazing. But yeah, bro, it's been a long time since between drinks. To fill everyone in very quickly, you've been doing a massive reno on your house, so had no spare time.
Yeah. Bought a house and then sunk $250,000 into it and tried to do a reno with a builder and chouse myself and a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I highly do not recommend that. Oh,
Yeah,
and just to top off, living with the in-laws.
yeah. No, that's the bit you lost me on the in-laws part. But you're obviously in the house now, which is cool. So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Bro,
Becky,
I
same.
and I also found a fishing rod that I don't even remember buying. So I must have bought it in like the darkness of my, craze of the renovation. And I saw it there and I
Yeah,
was like,
and it's with haze. Yeah,
yeah, and I was like, oh, holy shit. This was for me to use when I get out of this haze. So very excited. It's a 9 foot, like 6 to 10 kilo sort of, I don't know, casting from the rocks popper
I was
set.
just it's the land-based sort of setup. Hey, look at you!
Yeah.
There's so little faith in your shitty little boat that you're now going land-based.
I don't know how to come back from that.
Eventually, I'll be going land-based as
No,
much.
I'll actually tell you. I'll actually tell you why I bought it. Now, okay, and I'm gonna admit something here. Well, Chelsea's probably in another room. She might be able to hear me, but I actually found that rod after buying the exact same rod again,
Oh no, you
but a
bought it
different
twice.
brand, different same blah blah blah, just different brand. So I've got two of them, which is great. Anyway, um, yes, my friend up the road who's just going through the same thing. He's got just got a kid. Alex, you're a legend. Sorry, mate, I can't remember your last name, or I can't remember how to pronounce your last name, like Seychelles or Seychelles. Anyway, he, because he's not getting out hunting or fishing as much anymore, is actually making stick baits,
Oh wow.
and they are beautiful, like too beautiful to use to actually go fishing with. And I said, man, the first one that you lose, like when you cast that thing and it just goes ping and flying, you're gonna be devastated. Like, how long did it take to make the first one versus now? And he said, oh, like something like 5 hours to make the first one, and now he gets it down a bit quicker.
5 hours.
But they are beautiful, and so I bought this here so it can be Dad's top water fishing from the rock somewhere. Excited.
Well, bro, I'll tell you what. If you any like my stick baiting, I actually don't lose them. I don't lose them from bloody fish. I do a if for people at home who stick bait, I do an FG knot, pretty good knot. I strength test them. I tie them up to something at the fence post at home, lean on them, and Jesus, the amount of times they let go. So I've strength tested them; they're strong as, and then I'll cast all day, or not even all day. Like I'll cast, let's say 30 times, and all of a sudden they just go ping, and my
Bing.
flies out. I don't know what causes that, and I'd love to know if anyone at home knows what's causing that. Please reach out.
Burns goes like, hey, we've designed this nylon for like 30 casts, and then you need to buy another top water set for a cheeky $39.99.
They're not just let's go. Bloody frustrating. Bloody frustrating. Anyway, bro, while we've been off air, there's been plenty happening. Plenty happening. So we've got lots to dive into.
You actually went fishing, and I actually went fishing. Well, tried to.
Yeah. When did I go fishing? I haven't been fishing in a long time. 'Cause I've
I saw
also
a
been,
photo or a video of you. I was like, oh, it could be a memory. Who knows?
probably is a memory because even my own memory can't remember the last time I went fishing. Like Christian, Becky and I bought an investment house, so we've been busy as doing all the work on that. But anyway, that's boring.
Man bastard. Man bastard.
What has happened is Rayglass has released some new models. In fact, a lot of people have released a whole lot of new models, a lot of different manufacturers. And I want to dissect those in a minute. But also, it's interesting times to be releasing new models because the doom and gloom everywhere in terms of recession, the economy. You look at the world picture. So it's fascinating that these boat manufacturers and stoked that they are still operating. But geez, I hope people could buy them because A, they're
Takes time.
expensive, and B, who's got money?
Yeah, man. Like you look at the boats on Trade Me or whatever marketplace, they're sitting there for months.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
watch a few, and you get that notification saying, "Hey, he's dropped it another $1,000," and you go, "Ooh, ouch."
yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
and that's something we're going to talk about in the second half is the fact that there are some fantastic boat deals out there at the moment. Problem is, no one's got any money, but let that be let that be something to look forward to. Anyway, but I want to talk about a model that came out uh, at the boat show. It was previewed at the boat show back in May, and we were supposed to do a podcast about that then. And of course, all the reasons we just talked about, we didn't get to it. It's the
yep.
Rayglass 2700. Now,
I'm just going into it right now, looking at
yeah,
it.
you have a look, and for
Yeah.
those at home, we'll put a picture up on the screen. Now,
So 8.8 meters, 28 foot.
yes. So Rayglass have had this range before. They've had the 2300 hard top, okay, the 2500 hard top, the 2800 hard top, and then they had the big jump up to the 3500, which was their launch. Now that big launch had the whole new design language, a sort of more squared off hard top.
Yep.
Then they sort of worked back down. They've had the 3000,
Yep.
which was their biggest trailer boat, obviously 30 feet, and now they've released the 2700, which is a sort of replacement for the 25/28 maybe. Now, I've had a lot of the beauty of doing this podcast so much after it was been released is that I've actually had some time to dissect it and to really think about where
You
it
mean,
works.
hold up, you mean you're going to come to this conversation, this podcast, educated and well thought out?
Absolutely, bro. I thought, yeah, it's been so long. We
I'm
owe
gonna
it
have
to
a,
the
I'm gonna
listeners.
have a drink to that, bro. Give me a second. Oh,
If we only do one of these a year, it means we need to at least bring something to the party. A little bit of
fuck,
quality for a change.
fucking hell.
Quality over
Righto.
quantity. We've been pumping them out before, and they were absolute crap. So why not actually talk some sense? Anyway,
Okay.
you've just had it. What? First of all, what do you think?
Um, they look modern, sharp, but I look at the seats and everything, and I go, it's very similar to yours. Those like, it's just like new upholstery
Yeah.
with some sharper angles.
Okay, you've absolutely hit the nail on the head. This is so. I think it is a lovely boat,
Mm,
as the old ones. So here's where Rayglass confused me. Okay, so you got the 3500, which is their launch,
yep.
sells really well. You can see heaps of them out in the water. You go into almost any bay.
Your dream boat. Oh no, you want the 4,000 cruise master, don't you, or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry, carry on. Yep,
You
3,500.
go into
Yep,
almost any bay, and they're there,
yep,
and they're great. Look, then you got the 3000. Now the 3000 for me is a massive missed opportunity because you look at that's a 30-foot trailer boat.
yep. Now, are
When
you
you look
talking about the current 3000, the
at the
one?
current 3000,
Yeah,
the model that was released, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago now.
call it 10 meters.
Yeah, so that's a big boat, okay?
Yeah,
Where I think they've missed is they should have made that a mini 3500, a trailerable 3500. And what I mean by that is the 3500's got the fully lockable hardtop, so
yeah,
it's got the bifold door and the drop down window. You look at any other big hardtop, alloy, probably with the exception of Tristram, but any other of those big alloy hardtops,
yep,
name the brand, they are shut. You can shut them up. You can shut
yep,
normally they have a sliding window up and down or a little bifold window. And so you make it like a trailerable launch.
right. Yeah, okay.
Then, and why I think this is a problem is because now you look at the 2700, and I just think it's just 3 feet smaller, and it's the same because it's the same open layout and exactly the same as what I've got, exactly the same as what the 2500 was. And I just think, what have they achieved here? Their model range really confuses me.
They, well, I suppose what I see when I look at this here is I'm going, are they all designed to be in a marina? In which case, you're just buying whatever you can afford with your capital outlay initially. Like I'm guessing there's 10, 20, 30 grand between each of these models. I don't know. And then it's what fits in your marina berth. Is that it? Otherwise,
Maybe.
they're exactly the same.
I just think if I had a 2500, why would I buy the 2700?
It's
Or if I had a 2800, why would I buy the 3000? Like, what's enticing me as a Rayglass owner? So I had either of those products. So, for example, if I was a 2800
yep,
owner,
yep.
big open hardtop, and then they released a 3000, which is still trailerable, but now you can close the hardtop up and it's like that mini 3500.
And you
It's
go,
just
cool, but it's not. The current
okay,
one's not. Yeah,
you go, epic. That's what I'll do.
yeah, yep. I'll get
Whereas, and
excited about it.
even the 2500, you're like, 2500 is epic boat, and then you look at the 2700 and you go, okay, what am I actually getting here? Yeah, it's refreshed looks, and I want to stress it's not a bad boat. It's a beautiful boat and some really cool little clever design features, particularly the way the seats in the back. You can the such a social layout. So across the side gunnels, you can lower seats down now and create.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some really clever, um, but I feel like there's just a little bit of conservatism in their design. So I would have kept the 27
Yep.
open top, and I would have gone 3000 closed hard top, like a mini 3500.
Boom. And because are you really gonna like? I picture at 8.8 meters, a lot of people will put that on one of those dry stacks, or they'll put
Yeah,
that maybe even in a marina, even if it's just for summertime, right? If you
yeah.
can't lock it up, that means you're relying on clears and stuff.
Well,
Really?
it just every way you justify it, it doesn't make sense, right? So let's say you buy a 3000. Okay, so you've just got a big trailer boat. So why not just buy the 2700, lose a little bit of length, but you've still got pretty much the same layout.
Yep.
Okay, or like the differentiation just doesn't make sense. And why I bring this up is that they've tried to differentiate the models with the power options.
Oh
So
yeah.
both of those models we've just spoken about, the 2700 and the 3000,
Yep.
are both offered in either twin outboard, single outboard, stern drive.
Uh,
So cool that you can. I think. Why would you? I think three is too many. I don't know why. Really don't understand why anyone would go the twin outboards. To be honest,
oh,
I
that's
mean,
that's South Africans and Australians, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, I probably actually would spec that because I think twin outboards is quite cool. But really, why would you?
Yeah.
An economic percent, what like you'd either go stern drive or
Or a single.
single
Yeah.
outboard.
Yep.
So if you're going to offer customers that flexibility, why not offer it with the actual lockable hardtop? Why not offer two hardtop where you have an open boat and a closed hardtop? Like, don't you think that would be better differentiation?
Oh, like, bro, I can see them doing a really clever thing here with this. If it was a closed hardtop where you could have that great window that folds down and the bench
Like,
seat across it, or a cooktop above it, or
and
like,
all the competition is. You look at any Makara, Dickey, even Surtees. any of those big trailer boats that really verging on whether they're a trailer boat or not, they
Mm.
all have a closing hardtop, that ability to close off and be a little bit of a
Yeah,
relief.
yeah. You talk about those Macaras, and they certainly there's some pretty clever stuff in them. Um, well, I suppose this is great because I go, okay, I want a Rayglass, right? And I just go, well, I'm just going to go buy me a 2005 Rayglass, whatever, 7.5 meter, 8.5 meter, and I'll have basically the same boat, but just a bit slightly older styling. But I'll have the same fishability, same great hull, and I'll spend how much?
Well, that's it, and that's exactly.
120?
I've seen a Rayglass. In fact, I've got it on my watch list. Okay,
Oh,
so a
you would do,
Rayglass
wouldn't you? Would you?
2500. Right, this is my next boat. Just as soon as I figure out how to pay for it, stupidly went and bought another house. But
Oh,
but this so
you
just
bad man.
while I'm searching this up, here's the problem. So according to Chat GPT, because you can't get pricing on these boats. We've talked about this before on the podcast, trying to
Yeah,
find pricing, but the internet did, and it told me that one of those Rayglass 2700s
yep,
with the diesel option, to be fair, so definitely the most expensive option, I think,
yep.
490K.
Whew, okay.
Okay, so that's a hell of a lot of money for, as you say, a 2500 with a bit of a facelift. Now, I'm looking here on Trade Me, and there is a 10 2500s I could choose from. The
Yep.
one I like here, it's a 2008, so the hull's a little older, but repowered in 2023 with a 300 V8 Merc
Oh,
with
now we're
new shape,
talking.
146 grand
Boom. Sold.
versus 490. So you could buy multiple of them. You could buy that, do it up tenfold if you thought you needed to. I mean, it doesn't need any of it.
That's
I've got other ones here that are cheaper. Okay, I like that one because it's got a newer outboard, right? So you're actually not losing too much in the sense of, like, if you buy an older boat, well, you get an older boat, right? Whereas with this, you're getting, but even a 2021 2500 265, so you're still well under.
2021, 265, and the other one's like 450, 200K
Yeah.
basically. Oh well, boom. Like
So
I can see one here, and it's a 2500, so admittedly 2 feet shorter, right?
yeah,
But it's a Rayglass 2500 with a diesel inboard, 1,000 hours on the clock, 150K,
yeah.
all near offer.
Then diesel outboard like that, they're a Toyota engine.
Yeah, it's Yanmar, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I just I don't want to kick Rayglass too much. I mean, but it's a beautiful boat, and I saw it at the boat show, and I thought this is cool. But then, like I said, the more I thought about it, the more I thought, but why would I buy one? Why would I
Yeah.
put
What's
that
my
sort of money out when I can get exactly the same thing cheaper? And then I was like, but a lot of people would be thinking this. So if you're going to release new product, make it different.
I suppose I
Or
go. It looks it looks cool. It looks modern.
yeah, but so does 490 grand in your bank.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, but picture you're like a wealthy ass dude, right? And you got like whatever money, and you do this as a tax write off somehow. You know, this is going to be your office suite or something.
Mm,
You just go whatever. You know, you're not sensible with money like we may or may not be. Actually,
yeah,
that's it doesn't go together. Jake and Christian, sensible money. No, that doesn't. Okay, I'm going to take that back. You cut that out, okay? Cut
okay,
that whole piece out.
yeah. I mean, even we ripped Haynes Hunter as the last podcast or podcast before
I
for
don't
that.
remember. We don't rip brands, do we?
Oh well, we've been known to frown upon the odd one, but
Oh, okay.
we did rip Haynes Hunter because they wanted the same money they wanted about 480 grand from memory for their 7 meter hardtop with wheels.
Yes.
We just thought that was stupid because it was just a 7 meter hardtop with some wheels bolted on.
Yeah, and
At
another
least
engine
that's
there.
the
Yeah.
difference.
Yep.
So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it. I thought there's a bit of a lack of imagination with the design itself in terms of a new model. There's some cool little quirks. Don't get me wrong, but would it entice me enough to go up? Probably not. And then within their model range, I'm bloody confused too.
And you know what else I've also noticed is you look at the engine layout, like that twin outboard, single outboard, so the outboards versus the inboards. Um, Obviously the inboards have the cool pod off the back where you can put a stainless steel cage and fish off the back, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The outboards are obviously in the way. And then when you look at it, the engine actually takes up, for the inboard, takes up a lot of room in the actual cabin space. When you look at the old 2800s, it doesn't.
No, that's a really good observation. There's much more of an engine box now too. Yeah.
Yeah, and hey, they've made a good feature of it, but I don't know, it's taking up that like precious deck space, which I would be like, nah.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that might have been down to the fact haven't got a picture in front of me, but in the 2800 there was a clamshell, so the engine sat. This is the stern drive I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Opened from the front and it opened from the back. And the
yeah.
problem with those back clamshells is that they weren't all that watertight. So in my boat, the 2150, there's a back clamshell as well, and I threw away the seal thing that Rayglass provided, and I seal it with bathroom sealer.
Oh
So
yeah,
that back of my boat is watertight because you do not want water driving in there. And I wonder for the new one they've moved the engine forward.
which is better for balance, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff. Yep.
Yeah, that could be the option. I don't have the picture in front of me, so I could be talking pure shit, but that might be the way. But I agree with you. Like in terms of those engine things, like you'd have to be doing a shitload of hours to make the diesel worth it. Like one, I got a big single outboard. They're pretty fuel efficient now.
Yeah, yeah. Happy days.
One of those V10 Mercs on one of those. That's a pretty cool package.
Those Suzukis with the twin props, dual props. Man, happy days.
Yeah.
Anyway,
bro, we're moving on to a boat, and you're gonna make fun of me. And anyone who's listened to this podcast for a while is gonna give me a bit of shit, but I'm prepared to take it because I think this boat has really hit the nail on the head.
I'm excited. I'm excited. So anytime there's an opening, and especially when Jake's open about being given shit, I'm excited. So lay it on, and get ready to have it come at you.
Well, let me get the whole name out before you give me too shit. So it is the Innovision 616 Ventura. Okay, I'm going to send you a link now, and again for those at home.
Can I just confirm? So it's an Innovision, which I've been harping on how cool they are for such a long time, and you just called me a knob when I first showed you it. Next,
I stand by that.
Okay.
Check the chat, bro. I've just sent the link.
Yeah. I know this boat really well. So the next thing is it's a pilot. It's a center console pilot house, so a forward raking windscreen. Is that right? You like that one?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, this is where I showed you what I considered a really cool boat that and it had the tan leather interior, and it was in the Tauranga Harbour. Remember we were talking about boats? And I said, bro, this is wicked. And it had the Hurley boat, which I thought's really cool, with its forward-facing pilot house thing. And I said, and you're like, no, look, it looks too commercial, blah, blah, blah.
But was that a center console?
No. But you've just whacked two things that you give me absolute cuck about, and you're like, it's mean.
No, so
you're worse than my girlfriend, or my partner, the mother of my children.
Well,
fuck.
I mean, she does a lot of things that I'm certainly not going to do. So I'm going to earn some brownie points. And so listen up. Here's where I'm going to earn them. First of all, I think center consoles are the biggest lie. Okay, I think that they look good on a trailer at a boat show, and everyone stands there and goes, "Oh, look at the casting room, and look at this, and oh my god!" And then you get out there, and there's wind, chop, and no one, like you get out there, there's nowhere to hide. The actual fishability around the boat, I seriously question in some cases anyway.
Yep.
And they're hideously expensive. Okay, so the Innovision, again, I couldn't get pricing for that exact model because, as we've talked about long before, it's bloody hard to find. But what I do have pricing for is which is also a center console, and is going to prove my point. So the Stabicraft, Stabicraft, let me get the model right here because I'm looking at it in the Boating New Zealand magazine. The Frontier, Stabicraft 2050 Frontier Pro Fish.
Big one. Yep.
Okay, yep.
25 foot.
A big 20 exactly 21 foot or 20 odd foot center console with a screen about the same size as you get on a motorbike for protection.
Yep.
Okay? And
Yep.
do you know how much they want for this cold aluminium dreary place to be?
Is it getting close to? Please don't tell me it's over 200k.
Well, it's not. Price as tested. Now that's with the Suzuki 200, the Suzuki you were just talking about.
Oh, so like 100.
170 grand.
Oh, it's getting close to 200k, bro.
170 grand for a 20-foot dinghy versus the Innovision. Now, again, I don't have pricing to the Innovision, but I think if it's within that, it's worth it because, as you say, it's got the forward-facing.
Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're saying 170k? If it's a ballpark 170k, it's worth it.
No, the Innovision is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fantastic.
Well, we just talked about you could buy a 25-foot Rayglass diesel for 160k.
Oh, yeah, and you can buy a kayak for $50 on Facebook Market. Yeah, I'm comparing apples with apples.
Okay. Fair call. I'm just saying, I had this boat called Steve, right? Babe Magnet. Cost me like, I don't know, $3,500. You helped me do a lot of work to it. That's basically a center
I didn't have
console.
to paint it. I'm not responsible for the time Christian painted it. Didn't wait for the paint to dry, and we went it out. And we went,
Okay, details.
And it was his paint. It had peeled off like a banana skin.
Okay, anyway, details. And that had fishability and all this here. What am I getting at with this point? Those center consoles, they're about as comfortable as Steve. And you've been on Steve, and you got your nuts clipped with that one.
But that's the point I'm making. I think Innovision have made a comfortable
How?
console because there's protection at the front with that screen.
Okay, I'm going to have a look. Okay, yes, there is.
Side things you can lock, and you're going to need to watch the video in your own time. But there's genuine protection there. There's a raised casting platform with a cabin underneath.
Oh, yes, I did remember the cabin. I thought that was like a coffin. I liked it.
Oh, it's a coffin. Don't get me wrong. It's not the Queen Mary, but it's center consoles. Like I said a minute ago, they're just these wet dinghies that everyone thinks, oh, they're so great. This one's actually got some innovative ideas.
Innovative idea. I like this. I like you. This is great. Because
it can do more than one thing. You can sleep on it, you can cast on it, and more importantly, you can come home warm and dry. And when I look at $170,000 for this 20-foot Stablecraft dinghy with all the amenities of a Roman jail, I think
I'm so stoked we're not sponsored by anyone when you say that shit.
Well, I'm just looking at it. It's miserable.
It's miserable.
With some sea deck, but it's just the
winds. Okay, I'm gonna say something. Hey, if Stablecraft, you're hearing this here, I suppose I'm sorry. You're one of New Zealand's top and longest running boat manufacturers. Prove this cunt wrong.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to, as you say. I think they're charging that because they can.
Oh yeah.
Some sucker will go and buy that, and I think if you're going to buy a center console, you shouldn't buy a center console. By the way, you should at least look at this one we're just talking about, the Innovision
616. And I'm just so stoked that you've said you like that. I'm going to chip that in stone.
So here's the other thing about this.
Oh, caveats now. Caveats.
Innovision. That's caveats.
Oh, yeah, caveats. I'm going to toast to that, to caveats from Jake. About
you think of your paint stripper and hear me out for that, because I stand by the fact that those Innovision hardtops are ugly as shit. They are. And I know that the guy's a nice guy. I met him at the boat show when I was there. He's a hell of a nice guy, and he's done fantastic with his product. But he has not got the look right. The way the shear line goes and then drops down.
Oh, I think that's sexy. It's like angular little curve. It's just like ready to through the waves.
It's not. It looks like modern Audi. You know how Audi have gone through this design language now of doing this very sharp sort of look, and it's not classy at all.
So hold on, you're telling me that this here is the equivalent of a modern Audi? I'll take that.
I'm saying that the Innovision concept venture is the design language works.
Okay. Actually, talking about modern Audi, and not that we're a podcast about cars, but you have to watch this guy called Kiwi Car Life, and he reviews some cool shit, bro. But that's a separate chat when we're talking offline. Very, very cool.
No, I know the channel, and
yeah. I actually saw him at the petrol station down here filling up his boat, the Angry Beaver or whatever it was called, or the Grey Beaver or the Silver Beaver or whatever the fuck that boat was called.
Oh, it's cool. He's got a boat too.
Yeah, and a jet ski.
Hey,
Yeah, two-banger jet ski. Yeah, he's a bit of a legend, that dude.
yeah, good.
So
Well,
he might be listening to our channel. We might be, we
well,
could do a
if he
thing.
is, reach out and we'll get you on and talk about your boat. Maybe you can teach Christian a thing or two about cars, because anyone who thinks modern Audis are a good idea needs their eyes tested.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Anyway, next one, Jake. Tabor's next
Okay,
one. I feel
right.
vindicated that you like the Innovision.
Now let's stick with the realistic theme before we break off into some sort of dream boats that have come out. Okay, another boat you're going to give me a bit of shit for, because I have I've mocked them in the past, and I still stand by the fact that some of their build quality is not quite there. But we've also just talked about how the new boats are so expensive. Okay, so if you want a good bang for buck boat, okay, brand new, I'm going to come up with the price. Brand new as tested. So these boats are always tested fairly well spec'd.
Yep.
176 grand, which I know
Yep.
is a lot of money, but
Yep.
Figlass Viscount.
What? Oh man, this renovation or whatever you've done to your house, the paint that you've been using is going to your fucking head, bro. Figlass, and I think they
Figlass.
pronounce it. I think they pronounce it Viscount, by the way.
Is it?
Um, but what the fuck? You're telling me you actually like that? Okay, this is cool. So that's a blast from the past. The Viscount was like the flagship model back in the day. It was a big one. It was like 6 or 7 meters.
Yep.
Yep, and it used to have a big old Volvo in it and stuff like that. I think a couple had outboards, and they actually rode really well through the ocean. Wow, wow, I'm blown away. So just give me a
No, I
minute.
don't like it. Like, would I buy one? Absolutely not. But it's got a nice layout. The price is tested. Like, that's 170 grand. It's got the big V8 Merc on it, C-deck flooring. You know,
Have you seen the original Viscounts?
I do know that it's an old model that's been around for a long time. I think that you're right. They're a stern drive, weren't they?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just bringing up the Figlass right now. This is great. I am thoroughly enjoying this podcast with you. So this is just like, oh, it's not
Well,
loading, you bastard. It's not
I would like to
loading.
go on one. I would like to go on one because I know the Figlass Warrior, which we've talked about before on this podcast. Um, Again, is a pretty well priced boat, but definitely has some flaws in terms of ride quality, build quality. Very light, very basic sort of boating. Would I buy a cheap second hand one? Maybe if I didn't have any options. But
Surely you would. You know, like if you wanted just a quick bang for buck, and you didn't really like. Oh, okay. It
I,
actually bro, it actually looks alright, eh?
yeah, no, I think it's a good looking boat. I think there's a lot of value there at 176 grand. That's as tested too. That's all the fruit. That's like a top end one ready to go.
250
176.
V8. Hey, I like how it's got those well, what do you call those seats at the back where it's like a chili bin with the cushion on the top, the squabble on top, much like the
Yeah.
Huntsman.
Yep, exactly.
It's got the lift up back to back seats that's sort of like the
Yep.
Rayglass.
And
Yeah,
like nice cockpit, nice sort of dashboard layout with the switches all integrated. Like beautiful, got the I don't know if you got the picture there of the obviously it's been specced out with a big Simrad in this case. So again, that's with a
huge.
16-inch Simrad unit by the look of it at that price.
That
So
would
it's
look
top,
pretty cool in the driveway, bro.
and it's all seamlessly integrated. I think there's a lot of value there. And if I was looking for a new boat, and I wasn't,
But
well, my
160 grand, or would you get a CSB's, what is it called? Centurion.
unfortunately that's what it goes up against, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm like, ooh.
And I know just by looking at it that the Centurion would kick its ass on the ride. Absolutely.
You've got that, what do they call it, the hydrodynamics built into your brain, and you can look at that and go, oh, C
I can
plus
just,
2 minus pi squared, that thing is going to ride better, baby.
yeah, I can just tell. I mean, I've knowing a little bit about Figlass boats, been in the Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
I just Yeah. Hey, look, Figlass, you're listening and you want to prove us wrong, I'd more than happily take one out for a bit of a spin.
Yeah.
But when you
Give
put it
me
up
a
against,
shit day too, so I can really spank it around.
yeah, yeah, and then and then don't get upset if we stand by what we just said, which is okay, but we want to buy one. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool boat.
Yeah. No, it looks
Cool to
that
see,
outboard on the back looks pretty cool too.
cool to see a New Zealand boat brand releasing a new model in a time when things are tough.
Yeah, yeah. Kudos,
Right,
kudos.
sticking with, I've got two more boats for you.
Oh, this is great. I'm enjoying this.
Sticking with New Zealand boats, but we're getting to the out of you and I, and probably to be fair, most people listening, out of reality of what. But it's always good to have.
Well,
Um,
you've got to remember, bro, that I splashed out and spent 14 grand on my latest vessel.
True. So probably everything we've talked about so far has been out of, both of our things, actually.
So anyway,
And the state of my bank accounts after this winter. Right, to be fair, a kayak. We should talk about kayaks from here on out.
yeah. I like that exercise and fishing channel with Jake Kerr.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll talk
Well,
about my latest run that I did because I can't afford
yeah,
to use my
exactly.
fucking boat.
Yeah, yeah. Look,
Anyway,
it's a boat brand that we've talked a lot about on this podcast, and it's one of
mm-hmm,
our favorite brands. In fact, one of
mm-hmm,
our, if you go back to our, I think our very first episode,
mm-hmm.
we named the 45-foot version, the
The
semi-fly
Dickey,
45, as our favorite boat of all time. If I think if
yep,
I've said
yep.
correctly, and it's
Semi-fly,
still up there.
yep.
There's some good competition. Now they have released a boat called the Pacific 62.
Oh yes.
And I'm gonna go react. Go.
No, they also did one earlier, and it was a little bit more like I don't know what the word would be, like industrial sort of looking. It was called like the LRC or something, long range
Yeah,
cruiser.
that's it. The long range cruiser. Yeah.
And this is like a nice, way nicer version of that. Is that
So
right?
it absolutely. So you've hit the nail on the head. So for those that don't know, Dickie, they had a thing called the LRC, which is almost like a yacht hull, really skinny, quite strange looking, all like bare metal, and it was designed to do long distance cruising. And if you didn't want to sail, so think of if you were a yacht, if you wanted to sail around the world but didn't want to do the sailing part,
Yep.
that's pretty fine.
And like
So this
hideously
specific,
economical and all that sort of cool shit.
yeah, and so this Pacific 62 is probably one of those that had sex with the semi-fly 45, and this is what we've produced. So we've got that same sort of hull that's designed for long range cruising, but a slightly upgraded interior, a little bit more room. I don't know if you've got a picture in front of you there, bro. Have you had time to Google it
Yeah, it's
while we're
beautiful. It's
talking?
beautiful. It's beautiful.
What
Like,
do you think?
oh, like you look at it while it's cutting through the water, and like the water's picking up on the bow, on that plumb bow, and just falling away. It just makes me want to go to the tropics and just head there at like 10 knots.
Okay,
Oh,
so you like it?
yeah, I do.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but
I've seen
that's often the case with you and I. Like, I don't know if you
your
recall
taste.
when I first talked about Innovision, and you're like, no. So I reckon you're going to be like any other lady, and you're going to think about it for a couple of weeks and come back to me and say, I want
Well, I stand by those Innovision hardtop arrivals.
it.
Well, I think, look, Dickey they've met the brief, right?
Mhm.
Exactly what we just talked about. They've molded those two things together.
Mhm.
I just, okay, let's talk about the way it looks first. I think the hard top's too far back, the actual cabin top. There's this big long bow. I would have moved that forward
Okay.
ever so
Do
slightly.
you remember a guy called Peter Escher?
Yes, I
And
do remember Peter
what
Escher.
did Peter have? What boat? Describe to our members here what boat he
He
had.
had a Campion 910 with twin 350 Chev V8 Mercruisers in it.
Inboards. And that had
And
a
he was
big long snout, and that was
big long
sexy.
snout. Yeah.
That was sexy, bro. Like, yeah. I like a big snout.
So I've seen one of these in person,
Oh, have you? Okay. Yep. Where?
and in the Bay of Islands. So Jason Dickey's boat, he's built one for himself. I think he maybe built two now. Had it up here over summer,
Yep.
and so I did what I do best, and I saw him anchored, and I went in the bay, and buzzed around and said, "Hey, mate, love your boat." And of course, Dickey being Dickey, and we've talked about their service at the boat show before, pretty much said hi and like that was it. Like basically piss off on my holiday, which was fine. But I would have, like would have been cool to go on board and have a look. Anyway,
Yeah. Hey, while I'm on holiday, can I just come
yeah.
and have a look at your? I actually am okay with him telling you to fuck off.
Well, honestly, the amount of people I get invited on their boats. Like you say, hey, nice boat. Oh, you'd like to come on and have a look? Yeah, shit, yeah. Like I've been on all sorts, Elites, Rivieras, Rayglass, the 3500.
Any
Like
Buccaneer 151s?
no Buccaneer 151. No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I
Okay.
think if someone invited me on one of them, I'd be probably ringing some sort of hotline to report.
Bad decisions.
Behavior.
Uh,
I just
uh,
okay.
oh
So
wow,
if you want,
wow. Prices tested. Tell the listeners.
no, you tell me because I don't know.
2.5 to 2.8 million.
Yeah. Okay. So
Whoa.
that's a lot of money, but also it isn't if it's your batch that can go around the world, I
Yep,
guess.
correct. Yep. Well, yep. Yep.
Do
Cool.
you remember how much the Legacy, you may know the big Legacy?
Oh yes. That was cool, man. That was also about 50 foot. Maybe even
Yeah.
more. Actually no,
50,
there was a 70 footer,
70,
wasn't there?
70 foot.
Yep.
Because this is what I think they're going up against.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So just so people know, Legacy is extreme boats, aluminium, cruiser version. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Like their launch version. Yep. Yep. How
So
much is that?
Legacy, 70 foot. But I remember thinking it was about 9 million.
Like, okay, yeah. So we're talking about 2.5, 2.8
Yeah.
versus 9.
So let's just have a look there. 70 foot. Legacy 70 foot
L
price.
L70. Hey, actually, that's what I'm supposed to tell you. Also, there is a L35 for sale at the moment on Trade Me.
Yes, very cool boat. That is one of those or a Rayglass 3500. Go.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one, bro. Oh, that's tough. It's gonna be flip a coin, honestly.
Yeah, I think
That,
it's almost.
I know this one because it's in my local marina, right? And I've seen it.
It's a cool boat, eh?
But those 35, we're talking about the older 3500s, eh? Just like the original.
They're the Rayglass.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It might actually be. Am I buying it or am I getting given it?
No, you're buying it. You
Okay,
have to buy
okay.
it.
If I'm buying it, I'm gonna go for
It's
the
more money
Rayglass.
'cause you're paying about 700 for a 750 for a 3500 these days.
Yeah, but I'm talking about second hand, comparing this to
Yeah.
this L35. I don't know the
Okay.
L35.
I'll
Anyway,
tell you what I'd do. I'll tell you. I'll jump in.
yeah,
I would buy the Legacy, and I'll tell you why. One, I think the build quality is superior. I think the
okay.
finish on those
You
Legacy, we're talking about
aluminium
the old
versus
5 here,
yep.
they're superior. Also, they're a big old shaft drive. Have you seen the big propeller? It's on a shaft.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you can go find a picture, if you can find that listing, if you're listening at home, go find the listing on Trade Me, and there's a big shaft. Now I think that's low maintenance, whereas the Rayglass has a pair of stern drives, and when you
Ah,
get
good point.
are bad news.
Okay,
By the way, just
L35. I'm just having a quick
while
look,
you're
right?
doing that, just for the
Yeah.
listeners at home, the Legacy L70, and again, this is AI, has a starting price of 4.9 million. Now, I don't know if that's New Zealand dollars. So it's significantly more expensive than the Pacific 62. But then it is a fly. Oh, it's hard. But I think that's what it goes up against.
Bro, this Legacy is pretty sexy, eh? Yeah, it is shaft, eh? With like two rudders either side of it on
Yeah.
the Legacy.
So I think
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yep, yep. But the price, highly spec'd, da 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 da, Legacy 35, second hand, remember? So built new August 2023, 800K. Tell me how much a second hand Rayglass 3500 costs.
second hand, I've seen them a bit soft. I've seen them at like 5 or 600. I saw one at 4 something, a very early one.
That's what I mean. Like, It's a lot of stern leg repairs, bro, to get to 800k.
Yeah, but new. We're talking new. You'd be up at the same. But yeah.
Okay, but yes, I really do like their legacy, and I really like the big legacy.
Okay. So
I
what we
remember
have?
seeing that and going, shit, I need to send that to you, and then I probably had to change a shitty nappy, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and here's this is why we haven't had a podcast because it's
Yeah, that
okay. I'm gonna
and
send you.
rejibbing.
I'm gonna send you a boat now. Don't click on it though. Don't click on it because I wanna build the listeners into something. So our last boat.
Okay.
Our last boat in the new boats category or whatever. And again, we're sticking with the whole like totally unaffordable. I think the boat I'm about to show you is boating perfection. I think it might be the nicest boat I have ever seen,
Can I click?
inside,
Can
outside.
I? Okay. Stop bloody the foreplay. Can I click on it now?
You may click on the link. For those at home, this
Holy
is
shit!
a boat manufacturer called Zeelander. Okay, now Zeelander are made in. Where are they made? Where if they called Zeelander? There's a bit of geography for you. Where would they be made?
But the original Zealand.
Yeah, where would they be made?
Oh, well, I guess if we're in New Zealand, that must be the old Zealand.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
don't fucking know, bro.
Holland, the Netherlands.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool.
Netherlands. Now, so Zeelander made in the Netherlands, just stunningly made boats. I'm too scared to go to price. We'll have a look at price in a minute, but
It's beautiful.
let's have a look at models. Now, they go from they're called like the Zeelander 5, which is a 50-footer, Zeelander 6, 60-footer. You get where I'm going. Look at the Zeelander
Uh-huh.
8. Zeelander 8. If you have a chance at home, you're listening, pause the video, go watch the review on YouTube.
Holy cow.
So it's obviously 80 foot, and there are just, I mean,
A majestic
you have to go and
haven transcending boundaries.
look at the way the beautiful stern and it drops down to a big swim platform. Look at that. Look at that side-on profile, bro.
It's with the sun just beaming
Yeah.
through there on the bow.
So when you get a chance at home, so 40 knots top speed
Whoa.
and 65. So at 40 knots, 65 decibels. Now it's hard to explain how a decibel works, but basically at 40 knots, you can't hear anything. So
I like that.
all I can say to people at home is once you finish listening to us, go and watch some reviews.
I love how the back sort of like has a barrel back, like a Chris Craft, from the French Riviera, and then like it
Tumble Home
folds.
board, I think.
One? What?
Tumble Home, I think is the. You're talking about how it comes in.
Yes, but then also if you're looking at the side-on view, it sort of like falls away, and then that back opens up as your swim platform. It must have like hydraulic rams or something. That's very cool.
So Zeelander 8 price. Here we go. Zeelander 8 price.
Quad Volvo Penta IPS.
It's not publicly listed. Request price. So it's so expensive that they actually won't tell the internet. Even AI was
Very cool, mate.
okay. So hang on.
Very cool.
Boat Trader, which I think is American. That's the smaller model. We're looking at about $5 million.
Yeah, all of these ones that I can see here are price available on request.
Yeah, when someone has to say that,
if you got to ask, yeah, sorry.
So anyway, bro, those are my boats for this month. Those are just a variety of different ones that I was keen to hear your thoughts on. But you're blowing your nose for those at home, you can't see Christian lifted his mic and he's blowing his nose. He's on mute because it looks like he is. It's that.
I'm feeling pretty average at the moment. Yep.
It's that paint stripper shit you're bloody drinking, mate. It
might
actually just be liquid COVID.
It's fucking kids, bro. They just bring all the goobies home from school. It's great.
How good.
Yeah. Anyway.
So we have a feature that we always talk about, which is our dog of the month. Well, in this case, dog of the year, because we're doing these things so infrequently. Now, I haven't given Christian much. Again, we're a little bit out of practice because we haven't done one of these in a while. So he may have something. For those that don't know, we have a dog of the month where Christian and I find a dog of the month, a boat that you just wouldn't want to own. And normally it's either something we've seen out in the bay, so over summer, with plenty of opportunities to see dogs of the month. One of them has been a yurt, a floating yurt.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty hideous. We've had dinghies that instead of having like a hard top or a cabin have got like a ute canopy bolted onto it.
Again, like if you're desperate to fish, you're desperate to fish.
Yeah, look, if you're floating, you're boating, right? And
If you're floating, you're boating. Who said that to you?
it's just something that just came off the top of my head. I'll claim that as my own. So to come up with this, it's very easy just to go to Trade Me, type in lowest price, and troll through the pure shit that's there. Oh, the jet ski with the outboard. Remember that was pretty terrible.
Oh, yeah.
The motor had failed, so a guy just bolted an outboard. But this month, I've gone with something a bit different because I think, like I say, it's very easy just to go and find some shit in the bottom of Facebook market. But when a manufacturer makes a new boat,
Oh,
okay, and charges $160,000 for that new boat,
Jesus.
do you think that for that money, they should at least try to make it a little bit beautiful? A little bit, at least, not even beautiful, just tolerable.
Oh. Oh.
Do you think that's too much to ask?
Oh, he's getting pretty personal here.
Okay, because the boat I'm about to send you was in one of the latest boating magazines.
Yeah.
It had the reviews, all rave reviews.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, you cannot release a boat that looks like this.
Oh, I'm
And
excited.
okay, so it is called the Radian R27 Nordark. Okay, I've just sent Christian the link. And I'm sorry, I feel for the guy. You can tell it's one of these guys who has
Holy Jesus.
yeah, looked at all the other boats and gone, oh, I know, I'll build my own because no one else does what I do. Well, thank Christ no one else does it, because from the only thing that is worse than looking at it from the front is looking at it from the back. You got this like, if you just took the hull, for example, okay, let me start by saying this. There's a whole lot of different design language coming on that a guy's just gone, yes, and thrown it all together. So you've got a hull that is a little bit like an Axopar, maybe?
Yep.
Yep. Just look from the gunwale down. Quite a good looking hull. Awesome. Then you've got the hard top, the forward-facing hard top that you might see on a Hurley or a Stadium or whatever. But come around to the back and look at the back.
I'm going there.
The hard, like the back of the hard top. What does that remind you of?
A dock toilet?
A dock toilet's a good one. It reminds me, you know those trucks that they use to transport prisoners? That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. So the back's pretty unfortunate. I do like the seating at the front, though.
Yeah, but you don't have to buy that boat to have that.
Yeah.
I just think, like, out of all the boats you could buy, and that's like 160 grand for that. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that, look, this guy's obviously gone out and put his life savings into it, but at not one point did he take a look back and think, Jesus Christ, that is hideous.
So I'm yeah. It does look a little bit odd in the proportions. It's interesting that it's got like a plywood seat in the front.
Yeah.
For that amount of money. Yeah, there's quite a bit of money, eh?
So that's my dog of the month, because I just think you're spending that sort of money, and that's what you get. I mean, look at the inside of the cabin, like the guys. First of all, so if you're sitting, for those that can't see it at home, and please go check this out. If you're sitting at the helm station, the line of sight, so where your eyes are, is where the dash comes up to. So you're almost going to be peering over the whole time. You've already got a forward-facing windscreen, and you're locked in, so your vision's going to be reasonably restricted. And now you've got to peer over this like a kid trying to look over the kitchen bench. The dashboard, I mean, we've just talked about car manufacturers before, Audi and stuff. Why would you not take some inspiration from either some of the other boats or the automotive world and try and add at least a little bit of style? It's just so agricultural.
Yeah, especially that back's a bit of a letdown, eh? But hey, man, we'll give him credit for building a boat, a one-off bad boy.
Well, I think it will be a one-off because I cannot see how anyone would buy
Oh
it.
no, he's got plans for an 8.6 meter version.
Oh, good. A bigger, uglier one.
Okay. Well, do you want to sign off, or do you want to have a dog of the day? But I want to add a little bit to it, and I'm going to say I kind of wanted to buy it because it's New Zealand
Okay. No,
history.
give me this, bro. I don't want to sign. I want to hear this.
Okay, so I've sent you a boat, right? And so it's not pretty. Well, it is in some ways.
The fact that you wanted to buy it tells me a lot.
Okay, so
You haven't sent it through yet, so I'm still waiting.
no, it should be in your link. It should be in your link. The one up from the last one you sent me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the boat's name is the boat's name is JB Will, right? And it's named after this guy's wife. Now it's a Saunders boat, and Harold is like the last sort of builder of the Saunders. Harold passed away sadly recently, and he actually, this is the cool thing. So the Tory Channel, his boatyard is off the grid in the Tory Channel, which is pretty epic. So they transport all the materials over there to build them. Now there's a couple of cool articles about this guy, and he says he builds work boats. So the boats built for fishing, blah blah blah, commuting, whatever. And in the review, they said the guy only has two speeds, either idling through the marina or 28 knots, which I want to note is quite a bit more than your boat's top speed.
Yarns. I've got 30 out of mine. You should know.
30 downhill with the wind behind you.
So, I mean, you've told me this guy's life story, the fact that his wife, named after his dead wife or something. So,
Yeah. Now let's go through the photos. Let's go through. So it's a what they call a sounds cruiser. It's got a big old Volvo diesel, 250 horsepower in it. It's a wheelhouse. It's made for fishing.
it's made for fishing. There's zero freeboard.
Heaps of
Look how
freeboard.
low that hull is. Look how low that hull is. So
It's so you can
anyone,
it's so you can bring your big kingies in overboard with your boys. Picture the
so you can
boys.
ship water over the back
It's got
because you
it's
talk
got
about
big
harbour time.
scuppers. It's got big scuppers to let all that water that's come in and go out. It's a cook straight wrangling beast.
A cook straight wrangling bridge with that freeboard. Okay, so the freeboard's terrible. Then you get to the inside. Okay,
It's got a compass to navigate the foggy mist of the South Island.
I think if someone said,
Yes.
would you rather go out on this boat or have a colonoscopy for the sake of it, I would probably take the colonoscopy. In fact, the colonoscopy would be more comfortable because looking at the interior shot here, they've put a very thin bit of foam on what can only be, it's just plywood. It's just
It would bring back fond memories for you when you were sitting on Steve. Steve being the boat's name, by the way, for everyone else listening. And you're sitting on a bucket, and the bucket broke as we went over a bit of chop and pinched your nut. It'd bring back some fond memories of that, wouldn't it?
Any regular listeners, I'm sorry that Christian's told this story yet again on this podcast. So hang on. Why were you thinking of buying this?
It's a piece. Okay, so first of all, they were made down the road from me in Parramatta. Then he moved over to obviously the Tory Channel, and I don't know, it appeals to me. It can boogie way faster than any Rayglass 2150 or whatever you've got. um, and it's got potential, and it's just how cool to
It's
have
got
a piece of
potential.
this
What does that
history.
mean?
Huh? Potential.
What if it's got potential? It's got nothing. It's got no redeeming features. It's ugly as a sack full of assholes. The
I was tempted to
freeboard
buy it.
makes
I'm not
it,
gonna lie, I was tempted to buy it.
the freeboard makes it unsafe. The wheels on the wrong side of on the port side, which is the wrong side. There's no bow rail, so you can't go forward. The whole hardtop's too far forward. The interior cabin looks like it is unfinished, to be quite frank.
Okay,
And
we'll agree to disagree on a few things here. Okay,
as a
we'll
top it all off, you've got this engine box right at ankle height. It looks like some sort of thing you'd bury a body in. What is the engine box there? Like, what's the setup?
bro. This is here. Look, okay, picture you and I. Mrs. is driving the boat, and we're heading home, and it's just the motor's just cruising, much like when we came back from that fishing trip, and we're out of the heads of, I think it was Queen Charlotte, from memory. We went to McManaway's Reef or whatever it was called,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
cruising back, and the sun's setting, and we're just sitting there on that engine box, right? And we're just reliving the day, going, "Oh, did you remember that? Or did you see that?" You know, like I'm drinking a nice beer, beautiful.
But why do I have to do it on that boat? I mean, the thing is, the one thing I didn't mention, it's plywood, so it'd be full of rot. So you wouldn't. You'd be sitting there going, "Oh shit! I hope the next wave isn't going to come and have some sort of bend the structural integrity of the whole thing." What I just don't even see $25,000
Bro, that's a bargain. You could have owned that, but it sold pretty quick.
for firewood. I'm assuming.
I love this.
Look,
Harold,
okay,
Harold,
those that
I'm
can't
so
see it.
sorry. I'm so sorry about my friend.
So if you look at the side profile, so I've just talked a lot about the freeboard, the hard top. So the boat should be in proportion, right? You should have a
Yep.
hull, which is like
Okay.
got like
Okay.
the hard top should sit on the hull, and the hull should look like the dominant thing. This looks like someone's built a chicken coop and dumped it on a very low hull. The proportions are all. It's top heavy. It'd roll.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. It'd honestly, it'd just chew it up and spit it out. And for every kilometer we cross the water, I'd be looking behind, going, "And where's that Rayglass again?" Sorry, I can't see it.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it because I'd be nowhere near you because I would not want you in bed with this
Actually, you
hot
might be with me. I'd have the
man.
pie warmer in there, and we'd be warming up some yummy, I don't know, like apple pies or something. Might even have a coffee machine on it. It could be quite
So
the
I'm
thing.
confused because is this your dog of the month or is this something you want to buy? Are you sort of like, is this like when a kid's trying to ask for something and they don't really know how to ask for permission, so they
No,
what,
no, this here, I saw it and I thought, oh, that's a bit questionable in the looks. And then I started to read more about it and learn more about Harold and Saunders' history, and I thought, oh, I actually dig that. I dig that, and it's grown on me.
well, for those that can't see it, it'll be on our Instagram at Unable Seaman. This is a good chance to try and save the podcast by plugging some of our social media.
You're
I
almost
mean,
crying.
you. I'm trying to get you to go there, but why would you bother to go look at this festering turd of a boat?
Oh, come on.
I mean, the guy doesn't even have faith. He's trying to sell it on the hard. Doesn't that tell you something? Like he's too scared to actually have it floating to take a decent photo
It's
in.
he's keeping it in mint condition for the next owner.
Mint condition. One of those things that's holding the hull up is going to go through the hull.
I did actually see that at the marina. There was one of those that was pushing through a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. that successfully sucked the life out of the podcast at the end. I think on that note we should probably end. But once again, thank you everybody for listening. And sorry it has been so long between drinks. Now that now that it's summer, hopefully we'll have much more to talk about. And now that we've got a little bit more time in our hands, Christian, when is your next boating mission? By the way,
I'm gonna Cooney this weekend. Never know, might be the one after that if the weather's good.
well, there you go. So we'll have plenty to talk about. I don't know yet. I'm hoping to get out and get some kingies. Hopefully, if we get some good action, there'll be
Where
a
are you
video.
going for the kingies?
I'm thinking of going to the Cavallis. I heard there's some good, which is just a little bit north of the Bay of Islands.
Oh,
So
cool. So you'll launch from where?
Probably launch from Whangaroa and come down the coast. There seems to be some kingfish out there. Brother-in-law got a very good one on the stick bait the other day. So
And you've got a pretty mean stick bait set, and you've got plenty of stick baits to lose.
yeah, exactly. So and now I know someone who knows someone who makes stick baits now. So that's good too.
Yeah, plug old Alex. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. If he's listening, send one through. We'll talk about it more. I'd love to see it and give it a go.
I could actually, I could get some mint photos of it, and we could like hold it up and.
Yeah.
And what's cool?
Fish with it and see if we catch something.
Land a big old doodanger on it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good. Anyway, bro, I better let you get back to your lovely family, and I'm sure you got some sort of work to do because renovations never end.
They do. Yeah. So.
But until we see you next time, everybody, once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in at Unable Seaman on Instagram and YouTube if you're interested in seeing anything more. And I'm not going to say when we're going to see you next because, Jesus, we don't know when that'll be, but we will see you very soon out on the water. Take care. Bye.
Chirp.